Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another video. Me giving my thoughts on another after me reacted to another trailer, and so one of the trailers that premiered at Comic-Con, and that is it's Steven Spielberg's newest sci-fi film, Ready Player One. Now it's based on a book which personally I have not read. Um, I hadn't read the book, so I had to look up what was it about. It's like this, this virtual reality film in the book, virtual reality in the book. So I haven't read much about it, but when I was told that Steven Spielberg was going to direct a new film, okay, because I love Steven Spielberg, one of my favorite directors. From my all-time favorite film, Jurassic Park, to Jaws, the Indiana Jones films. Uh, Now, I think the one thing I'll say about it, visually, it looks pretty good visually, even though it's CGI'd heavily so much though, but visually it looks pretty fine. I'll use uses of light and dark colors. And as for the casting choice, your lead is for who the guy's name is. He's the guy who plays the young Cyclops in X-Men Apocalypse. Which, to be honest, though, I didn't really care for the guy who played young Cyclops, though. But I'll have to see how he does in this film, because I did not like X-Men Apocalypse, so didn't really care for him. The guy, Shurin, I forgot how the guy's name is though. But yeah, I honestly didn't care for him though. But he's in this. He's who narrates about he's in Ohio and the population, and then he shows him putting on this, like, the only way to get away is put on this virtual reality thing, and it's called the Oasis. And when he puts on, he's in this virtual reality world, and this is where I'm sure that a lot of people have thought, where they added all these pop culture icons from games and film and other characters and other stuff like instantly, or when as soon as he's walking into this bar club, and immediately he walks by, like, two characters walking past over here that looks like pretty much it's pretty much say it's Harley Quinn, and the other guy we assumed is Deadpool though, but it's not, because this is a Warner Brothers film, and DC is owned by Warner Brothers, so that's Harley Quinn with the other guy who's like Deadpool, Deathstroke. He had the swords and this looking mask. So that's probably that's pretty much that's Harley Quinn and Deathstroke, and then you have this music playing, as I was saying, from Warner Brothers, and a game changer, Steven Spielberg. You have this song playing, which in the comments people pointed out that it's like a remix version of Willy Wonka's, like, can you see in a world of your imagination, and like da 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 da. Yeah, it's like a remix, and the more I listen to it, it does sound like it sounds like a remix version of World of Your Imagination from Willy Wonka. The more I listen to it, and then next thing you see the Iron Giant. It's like, yeah, it was like, because I watched it when I first saw this trailer. I watched it with my brother, and he's like, "What? The Iron Giant?" And he's like, "What?" Because I knew that he's never heard of the book, or about the title of this film. So when he's watching, he's like, "What? The Iron Giant?" And then, yeah, it was cool to see the Iron Giant. I would be surprised if Vin Diesel was still voicing the Iron Giant, if he does speak. That'll be cool. And then you have this person on this giant scorpion, and then he's like attacking by these birds. Which, if more I look up, people are pointing out though, it looks like the ostriches. Like, it's from this old video game called Joust. knights riding on these ostriches. The more I look it up, and it's like, okay. I've heard of the game though, but I've never played it though. I've heard of the name was familiar, Joust. I know it's an old game, but so it's like, okay. And then they say this ogre type of character. The thing is, he's like from more, if I he's jumping and he shoots at a figure, and that is the person he zaps and vaporizes is freaking Freddy Krueger. I was like, Freddy Krueger, and he just zaps him, and the guy the guy who zaps him with, he's using like the assault rifle from the Halo games. I was like, wow, assault rifle from the Halo games, and then Freddy Krueger there, and then the other guy was like, here's a guy here, and Freddy Krueger was right here, and there was a guy down below shooting a bazooka. That's the guy. That's Duke Nukem. Now I've heard of Duke Nukem. I was like, that's Duke Nukem, because he's a first character who's like has like a shirt, and he has like this stuff like a thing you put ammunition on. I think, but I was like, the more I look at it close up, it's like, wow, that's Duke Nukem. Okay, cool. And then it shows like now I get Tom Sawyer's I meant Rush. Sorry, the band Rush. The song, their song, Tom Sawyer playing, and you see these people in these virtual reality suits. They're getting in like, it cuts between in and out of the real and then the virtual as they get into cars and preparing, and Tom Sawyer is playing, and I'll get into these cars, and there's some of the cars that you see. Obviously, one I recognize. You see Christine from Stephen King's Christine, the Plymouth Fury. And then behind him is the A-Team van, and there's also a character that's like standing next to Christine. I think that's Lara Croft from the Tomb Raider games, because where I recognize how the character is, like, the character always like the hair pulled in a hair pulled back in a way, and then is wearing the glasses. I was like, hey, you got Christine, you got the A-Team van, and you got Lara Croft in there, and then all the cars start racing off, and then you see this monster truck coming in. That's the Bigfoot. I believe that's the Bigfoot monster truck. And then they're going on this ramp, and then you see another good addition. You see the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Trying to avoid it, and you also see a quick, like over here, another quick scene of Christine, and they're trying to avoid all these wrecking balls. Now, it's me personally, when I see what the film I just saw recent with a wrecking ball was in The Fate of the Furious. That looked like an actual practical stunt with an actual wrecking ball going through or mowing down these cars in The Fate of the Furious. But here it's like it's a whole CGI'd heavy scene, all these cars jumping out, going out of the way, dodging these wrecking balls. In which I will say, be honest, I think it looked better in Fate of the Furious. Look more of a good actual stunt, but still, regardless though. And then it cuts off with our main character taking off the goggles, and it shows the title, and then next to it shows a key being put into a lock. Now, I haven't read the book, so I'm sure that's like the key. This key, I'm probably sure it's part of the book. So I don't know. So I haven't read the book. So, but I was like, when I saw this, like, oh my god! With Tom Sawyer playing, that theme playing, Steven Spielberg, when it showed, I'm trying to be as epic because we're showing Steven Spielberg and all these great characters from film and video games, like the Iron Giant, freaking Freddy Krueger, Duke Nukem, Christine, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and the A-Team van, that assault rifle from the Halo, and then a monster truck. I think that's the Bigfoot monster truck. All this, like, I'm like, when I'm reacting to this, Iron Giant, Christine, Freddy Krueger in a Steven Spielberg film. Wow. So yeah, Ready Player One. I'll check it out. It visually looks good, and among the other cast members that I didn't see, because Simon Pegg is in this, didn't see him in the film, and T.J. Miller. He's in it as well, but he didn't see him though. We just only saw our main character. And also look at all the cast members. Have Olivia Cook, who I'm not too familiar with. Another guy by the name of Ben Mendelsohn. The only recent name I know of because he was the guy who's the bad guy in Rogue One. I think it was the character named Director Krennic. I didn't care for Rogue One, and then the bad guy, him playing the bad guy, it was just not much to him. So, but that guy, he's in this. But I would say I look forward to Ready Player One. Steven Spielberg, because I enjoy as a director role. Because also those recent films he's made. The BFG, I think that's like his most biggest flop that he's had to date. I have to rewatch it again because I have the DVD though, but I know it's the guy from who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Matilda and all that though. But after he watched BFG again, because Spielberg working for the first time his first time directing a Disney film, and then Bridge of Spies with Tom Hanks, I liked. Lincoln I liked. Of course, I love the Indiana Jones films. Jurassic Park 1 and 2 I love, because Jurassic Park is my all-time favorite film. Love Jaws. Saving Private Ryan I enjoy. E.T. I liked E.T., but I don't love E.T. though, but I still respect it. Why? It's a classic. It's been a classic for many years. I do respect it why it's a classic though, but I still like E.T., but I don't love it. But I'll give this film a shot because I enjoy Steven Spielberg. So Ready Player One visually looks nice, and it was like seeing all these characters from video games and film and all that. It was cool to see. My brother, when he saw this, he was like, "What?" Because especially when he saw the Iron Giant, and then he saw Freddy Krueger, and he was like, "What?" He was like, "What?" So yeah, it's opening on March 30th of next year. I'll look forward to seeing it. Even though it ended up, I will not let my guard down because they have all these cool things that from other pop culture and looks visually good though, but who knows? It could still be a disappointment. Who knows? But I'm willing to give it a shot. So yeah, Ready Player One opening on March 30th next year. I'll look forward to it. Iron Giant, Freddy Krueger, Christine, and a Steven Spielberg film. That's still just wow. But thanks for watching, and stay tuned on the next movie review. Later.